Hello everybody, today I have a very simple recipe which is the cookies. I use this recipe to freeze them and to use them whenever I don't have a lot of time to bake. So I will just take them out of the freezer, cut them, put in the oven, and in 15 minutes they're ready. So whenever I have to make a little present or I have some guests at home, I'll just bake this. For example, I bought this in, I think it was Michael's, so it was $1 each, this little Christmas box. So I put it in here, and I'm gonna use it as a present for my mother-in-law. So it's very easy, and I think it's very cute. So I'll just show you how I made them and the ingredients that you'll need. Subscribe to my channel and follow me on Instagram and YouTube. The link are all in the box down here. Thank you very much. Bye. So I'm taking my KitchenAid mixer and putting 300 grams of soft butter, and I'll add 200 grams of brown sugar and 150 grams of regular sugar. I'm gonna make the mixer start and go for about 4 or 5 minutes. You can do it without a KitchenAid. You can just use a regular whip, but it's gonna take more time. I'm adding a tablespoon of salt, cleaning the edges of the mixer, and then I'm gonna make it start again for a minute or two, and then I will add here 3 eggs, one at a time, and they have to be room temperature. Once I added all 3 eggs, I'm gonna make the mixer stop and add 250 grams of chocolate chips and a little tablespoon of baking powder and 250 grams of nuts. I choose walnuts and almonds here, but you can choose whatever kind you want. So when everything is mixed, I'm gonna divide the butter that I had in 2 equal parts. In ones, I will add 200 grams of flour and mix it. And in the other half, I will add 120 grams of flour and 40 grams of cocoa powder. So after everything is mixed, I will take a piping bag. If I can give you an advice, is to take a bigger one than the one I got, because that's for decorating. It's not for pastry, the one that I got. So I'll cut the tip of my piping bag, and accordingly to how big I want my cookies, the hole has to be bigger. So I'll pipe this long, let's call it lines of cookie dough. It's gonna take a few minutes, but it's not that hard, I promise you. So I'll do the same with the chocolate cookie dough too. And once I've done the whole thing, I will just put it in the freezer for at least 3 hours. And once it's all frozen, you'll see obviously it's very hard. You can either put it on a piece of foil and wrap it, and this way you can keep it in the freezer for as long as you want. Let's say 6 months is the maximum you can keep it in the freezer, but hopefully they won't last that long. So I wrap them individually, and I write either it's white or chocolate on the foil, so I know in advance which one I'm getting. With the rest, I'll cut them into little pieces. I will use my finger as a guide to see, you see like I'm doing here. And once I cut them all, I will just put it on a pan with some paper, baking paper, and I'll just put them in the oven at 360 Fahrenheit for about 15 minutes. It depends how big you made the rolls and how big you cut them, but the size I made, it's about 15 minutes. and once they're cooled down, I'll just put in a box like this. I hope you enjoyed this recipe, and I'll see you soon with the next video. Bye!